So right now I am making a mount so that I can have a curved shape for my leaf, because that's what I'm aiming for. So I just stack up the sand to the desired height that I want and just shape it out so that the leaf will sit properly on it, and the leaf must also be covering the sand. So I just spreading it out so that the sand is under the leaf properly. So now I am mixing the concrete and the sand. I will get 2 cups of sand and 2 cups of concrete because it has to be measured equally. So that's what I did. Got 2 cups of sand and 2 cups of 2 cups of cement and mix it together. So here I'm mixing the concrete and the sand together. It must be mixed thoroughly. Let's add water. So I added a little bit of water and mixed it, and then gradually add in more so that it won't be too soggy. This is the consistency that you want it to be. Enough that it can mold and still be soft. Now I am placing the concrete over the leaf and creating a mold and just trying to create a natural form from the leaf and trying not to let the end sag too much, and just add it to how you want it, or to how you desire it to be. This is how it looks after the concrete is fully covering the leaf. It looks pretty cool. So here I'm taking my paintbrush and dipping it in water and just smoothing out the edges and the bottom, because when we turn it upside down it will be the bottom. So we're just smoothing it out so that it would look nice and get rid of the bumps, because nobody wants that, right? So just making it smooth and making it look nice. Look at that beauty, smooth as a baby's butt. Ooh, she will be gorgeous. After that, I got like a butter knife, I think it is, and I just cut off the excess edges that were sagging off, and just clean it up and make it look nice so that we can go on to the next step. Look at her, all cleaned up, all shaped up and ready to dry. Before we move on to the next step, please like and subscribe and comment if you would like to see more of these videos. Share it on your other social media, please, and thank you. So I got an old plastic bag and ripped it in half and covered it, and I actually created those hands, but the fingers broke off. What a shame. And I got other rocks and just left it there until 24 hours. Welcome back. This is how it looks on the flip side. It's completely dry now and the fun part begins. This is my favorite part of the whole process. Peeling off the leaf is so satisfying. Oh my gosh. I just took the brush and brushed up the excess sand that was around it, and this leaf was a bit harder to peel off, but I got it. This is the finished product of when the leaf is off. Isn't that beautiful? I'm just dusting off any excess sand left on the leaf. This is the back, this is the front, and that's it. So I have this scraping tool. I'm not sure what it is, but I use it to just sand around the edges to make it smooth. This is a long process. I did not videotape all of it because it would have been too much. So I just sand the edges and make sure it's smooth, and any rough patches inside the middle where the leaf is printed, I just and make sure the leaf is smooth and nice for painting. After it's sanded and smooth and nice, I dust off the excess dust from it, and this is how it looks when it's finished sanded. That is so smooth. Oh my god. Now for the exciting part. So I took some red, well, the last bit of red because it was running out. That's why I put it on my hand. So I took some red and some blue and mixed it together, made purple because that was the color that I wanted. Mix some purple and just apply it to the leaf. I wanted to do the whole leaf purple. I didn't have much red left so that I can paint the entire leaf purple. So I just painted the top of it purple, and the rest of the leaf I painted it. So this is the paint I'm using. I went to get a cup of water so that I can wash up my paint brushes, and this is me applying the pink. This pink is so vibrant and so bright, and I like how it looked with the purple. So we just paint the entire bottom pink and left it to dry. This paint is washable paint, so it dries fast. So while that sits to dry, let me share a little backstory on how I got started in sculpting. So I started sculpting at 15, 16 at school, but I used to use clay. So it was much more manageable and easier to work with. But since I left school, I didn't do any sculpting or any work with clay. And since it's the quarantine now, I couldn't really go outside. So I decided to use what I had. So I have cement. I have cement right now. And I told myself, well, why not do something with the cement? So I have some plants in my garden that have a weird shape in the leaves, so that's what I use. And when I started them, the first couple of them broke. I have two here, so this is the first one that I did, and you see that it broke here, but it was so pretty. It's so pretty. So I just have it here on my table as an ornament. And I have this one here. As you can see, it broke also, and I just keep them so that I could just use it for some other purpose or some other use. But yeah, that's how I started. And I like it so far, so I just kept on doing it and making more. So then decided to do this video because why not share it? So yeah, there's a little backstory on how I started sculpting and how I started sculpting with cement. After the pink and the purple has dried, I added this bronze metallic color because I thought it would look good with it, and I just applied it over the pink and purple. At this point my neighbor came to show me, so that's why I'm talking. So I just applied it all over that and left it to dry. this is the satisfying part. After the paint has dried, I go to my outside pipe and I wash off the paint. That is all I do. I do this because it gives a marble effect and I like how it looks, so I get into every nook and cranny and make sure that it isn't washed off completely, but it looks nice, and then I left it to completely dry. I bet you didn't see that coming. Wow, as you can see, it is not completely off, but it has this effect. We are soon to the end, so I take a smaller paintbrush and I dipped it in the same bronze color and I just paint the edges. Wow, she's just gorgeous. So this is how it looks when all the edges have been painted. Wow. This part is optional, but I like to see my craft completely finished. So I use the same bronze color and I cover the entire back of it just to make sure that it looks completed, and then I set it in the sun to dry, and that's it. That's the whole process on how I make my leaf sculptures.